Told you got something special this afternoon. I've actually got Mr. Gocher from Newbridge School here in Colville and two of his students, Tara and Holly, sitting with me at the moment. So can I push the microphones up and say good afternoon to all three of you?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
How are you doing? All right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, well, it looks as though Holly is the first spokesman, so you're at Newbridge School. Do you like school?
Yeah.
Well, there you go, then, you see. And you like being at Newbridge School as well?
Yeah.
Go on then, Tara. Is yours any different?
Pretty much the same, yeah.
Pretty much the same, yeah. I know you guys down there have got absolutely fantastic sports facilities. I've been down to it as well, so you must be proud of that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay, is Mr. Gocher one of your teachers?
He's the head teacher.
He's the head teacher. Ah, okay. So does he teach or does he just generally run the school?
He teaches us for some lessons.
Some lessons. What subjects?
Citizenship.
Citizenship. Okay. Let's have a word with Mr. Gocher then. So, Mr. Gocher, very good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon to you.
It's good to see you, I must admit. The school, I mean, I do believe it's doing very well right here in Colville.
It is. It's doing really well. To do as well as we possibly can, we need to have the best possible facilities, and we've just been successful in getting a grant from the government to do up our buildings, particularly the doors and the windows.
Wow. Because it is quite an old school, I believe, isn't it, in terms of years, if you see what I mean?
It is. I mean, it's a very attractive building. You know, you approach it from the outside. It was built actually in 1907.
Wow.
So it's quite unusual these days to see a school that's as old as that, but still thriving.
Yeah. You know, on the top of the school, there's like a little bell turret.
That's right.
Does that work? I've been often wanting to ask this question.
It's still there in working order, but no, we don't use it anymore. We have more up-to-date means of telling the children to come into school.
Yeah, I mean, I guessed it would be that way, but if you really wanted it to work, it could work. So, you know, it's something well worth preserving, of course, for the Colville area.
That's right, yes.
Well, fantastic. Okay, so this grant, it'll enable you to really bring it up to modern standards, but preserving the shape of the building itself and the architecture as well.
Exactly, yes. I mean, our windows are rather drafty, and in the winter it gets cold, and of course we lose too much energy through the gaps and through the windows.
Yes.
And so, you know, having those replaced will mean that we can reduce our energy bills and reduce our carbon footprint, and then also have money that we would have wasted on that to spend on the teaching and learning that goes on in the school.
Wow. Talking of carbon footprint and things like this, your children at the school, do they take part in trying to be a little greener, which we all should be doing?
We do, yes. We have a committee of children, a subcommittee actually of the school council, that are doing some investigating about that at the moment, and they're trying to encourage switching off lights, using less energy in heating and so on, and also promoting recycling.
I see. Okay, all very good. Can I ask how many pupils you've got at the school in Newbridge?
Just over 500.
Wow, so it's a substantial school.
Oh yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, so when did you first find out about the grant then?
Only a couple of weeks ago, actually. It was announced. There were a lot of bids from schools up and down the country, and only about a third of them were successful. But I think the government must have seen our need was greater than some others. We made a good case, really, and yes, fortunately, we were successful.
Well done. Well, I can say congratulations on that one, and I'm sure both from Tara and Holly, both of you pleased about it, obviously.
Yeah.
That's right. So, was it announced in the morning at one of your morning meetings, or where did you first find out about it?
We got asked if we could come, and Mr. Gocher told us about it and told us what was happening.
I see. Okay. So, what will it mean to the pair of you?
That we're a greener school, and it's going to mean we're warmer in winter. And that
you'll save on the green footprints, won't you? Your
Yeah.
carbon emissions will be much lower. Tara, are you the one that switches the lights out?
I'm not personally on that team, but I try to as much as I can. home and at school.
That's absolutely fantastic. Okay. Well, congratulations. I am very, very pleased for you. I hope it works out okay. And just one question to the girls. If ever you're doing anything that's a little bit different, your sports days and things like that down at the school, will you try and persuade Mr. Gocher to invite us along, to come down and do a few interviews
Yeah.
and things like that? You promised me that one.
Yeah.
Promise.
That's great.
And I will definitely agree.
You would agree to that.
Yes.
That's great. Thanks ever so much. It's good to see you, and thanks for coming in. Do
Thank
appreciate it. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye. There we are, two great pupils there, and also the head teacher as well from Newbridge School right here in the centre of Colville.